police officers throughout the system, keeping people safe. This very station is the scene of a criminal's attempted escape after robbing somebody up on street level.
It is the bottom of the hour, and we want to take you to look at this video. Take a good look at this man. Police say that he is wanted in a series of robberies across the city that involve putting the victim in a chokehold and then stealing their watches. And this happened at least 3 times in the West Village in a span of...
Man, can you believe this guy? He was up on street level, grabbing people, stealing their belongings, and then they got him on camera trying to use his Metro card to swipe into this turnstile right here. But there's a reason why the thief was in this particular neighborhood. Because even though the subway system looks like it's on its last legs, this is an affluent part of town with a lot of wealthy individuals. On top of that, this has happened 3 times in less than 2 months.
I don't like how he tells everybody, like, he makes it seem like New Yorkers are just criminals.
And we're not just talking about some sneaky
lame.
No, this person
Just letting things happen.
It's
in numbers. It really is a number.
Didn't have enough to worry about as far as personal safety is concerned. Now we got this. Roaming psychopaths who think they're UFC fighters. That is a new low for this city. That being said, this type of crime mirrors other patterns of emerging crime that used to be completely unknown on our streets and in our subways, revealing that New York City is changing in ways everybody hoped would never happen.
The NYPD trying to get to the bottom of a string of violent muggings over the summer. I'm walking the streets constantly in the subways, and it is concerning to get to the level of this where you're getting mugged. The mugger's victim seen here at the station talking to police.
So when a new pattern of crime emerges, the first thing the police have to do is they have to dig into it to find out exactly what's going on. And what they've realized is that all of it's taking place here in the West Village, a neighborhood where you have a high net worth of many of the local residents. But apparently watch crime isn't just a problem happening in New York. Apparently it's part of a growing national trend, with watches being stolen from people all over the place. Because not only has luxury watch ownership grown in popularity recently, there is a large secondary market for these things. Hence why they're getting stolen now off people's wrists. And if you think about it, New York City is the perfect place for criminals who want to do this, because you've got all of these pedestrians, you've got the subway right there on every street corner that you can use to try and escape, which this person did. They're still on the loose. Yet now you've got these brazen criminals who aren't just walking down the street. Sometimes they're also riding mopeds down the street. They ride up on the sidewalk, or they run up behind you, take your belongings, and flee. This is something that most people here are totally unprepared for, and they shouldn't have to be prepared for. We should have enough police to stop these bad guys and put them in jail, but that's not what our laws allow us to do. These people are getting released. Charges are getting dropped when it's time to prosecute these people. And when you realize that an expensive luxury watch can cost more than a car and it fits in your pocket, we shouldn't be surprised that our emboldened criminal population is now going after these things more and more often. In a manner
I swear, he must have conversations with these people, because he sure knows a lot. Everything about the crime.
Back in mid-July, another man, just a year older, 27, was approached in a similar manner on Morton Street. Before he found himself in a chokehold, the alleged mugger...
And it might be true, but our city's more good than bad.
So the next person who was robbed on our list, also in their 20s, by themselves, on a street kind of like this, in the same exact neighborhood. Apartments here might not look impressive, but they can cost over $5,000 a month for a 1-bedroom. And if the apartments here are insanely expensive, you know that anybody walking down the street has to be able to afford the rent. And when landlords qualify somebody for an apartment, they want to see that the renter makes 40 times the monthly rent. So a $200,000 a year annual income will get you an apartment that's $5,000 a month. And all of these recent purse snatching type thefts, they've all been concentrated in areas of town like this, where you've got not only expensive apartments and most likely well-off residents, but expensive restaurants where people get all done up to go out and visit. And that's surprising, because the West Village now gets an F as far as crime is concerned. In fact, all of the crime here exceeds the national averages by quite a good margin, which is surprising because many a criminal sympathizer in this city loves to talk about how safe it actually is, when hundreds of news reports and stories from real people exist in contrast to that viewpoint. And if you ask any of the people who have been caught up in these recent crime waves, they'll tell you that the entire city deserves an F as far as crime is concerned, because this has been happening all summer long. And here we are at the end of the summer, and nothing has been done about it. There's no plan. Nothing's happened. And people are wondering what it's going to take for there to be actual action on this.
I moved here because it's supposed to be a nice place to live, but yeah, I do see that a lot of crime has been going up, so it's definitely concerning as a resident.
Back in June, just 1 month before that attack, the same exact scenario. The victim, a 29-year-old, mugged at 146.
You know what? This has been going on long enough to be considered a legit